Alpha-Gal syndrome is linked to vaccine anaphylaxis. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, alpha-Gal syndrome is linked to vaccine anaphylaxis. A new tick-borne meat allergy, known as alpha-Gal syndrome, AGS for short, is making headlines with roughly 500,000 Americans reportedly affected by the potentially fatal ailment. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, AGS instances are on the rise, increased by approximately 15,000 cases each year between 2017 and 2022. The newly discovered condition has also been documented in those who received vaccines containing hydrolyzed gelatin and other byproducts from affected animals, which could explain why some people develop anaphylaxis or meat allergies after vaccination. Anaphylaxis is a life-threatening hypersensitivity condition characterized by multi-systemic, widespread allergic reaction. Alpha-Gal, that's galactose 1,3-galactose, is a sugar molecule found in mammalian tissue, including beef, pork, lamb, deer, goat, and red meat products derived from those animals, such as dairy products and gelatin, as well as some pharmaceutical products containing animal components. It does not exist in fish, poultry, eggs, reptiles, or humans. Evidence suggests that AGS is primarily caused by a lone star tick bite, which causes infection. The bite introduces the alpha-Gal sugar molecule into the bloodstream, causing the immune system to react. Symptoms can also emerge after drinking alpha-Gal containing products. Alpha-Gal syndrome reactions. AGS reactions can range from minor to life-threatening depending on sensitivity. Hives or itchy rash, nausea or vomiting, diarrhea, heartburn or indigestion, cough, shortness of breath or breathing difficulty, a drop in blood pressure, dizziness or faintness, swelling in the lips, throat, tongue, or eyelids, severe stomach pain. Unlike normal allergic reactions, symptoms usually develop 2 to 6 hours after consuming meat or dairy products or being exposed to alpha-Gal containing items such as drugs and vaccines. Ingredients in vaccinations that may contain alpha-Gal include, but are not limited to, gelatin, glycerin, magnesium stearate, and bovine serum, according to the CDC. Alpha-Gal syndrome and vaccine ingredients. There's sometimes reluctance to deliver gelatin-containing vaccines due to concerns about allergic reactions, while some argue that the risk of not obtaining a particular vaccine outweighs the risk of the allergic reaction. Because AGS is a new phenomenon, research into how it may be contributing to reports of anaphylaxis after vaccination and the effects of administering multiple vaccines containing byproducts from mammals with alpha-Gal at the same time to someone with AGS is limited. Recent case reports suggest a link between severe anaphylaxis in AGS patients and vaccines containing hydrolyzed gelatin and bovine serum, such as the measles, mumps, and rubella MMR vaccine, some influenza vaccines, varicella MMR and varicella Pro-Quad vaccine, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, and inactivated polio combination vaccine, yellow fever, zoster vaccine, and the tetanus, diphtheria, and acellular pertussis TDAP vaccine, which are regularly administered to pregnant women. Researchers used the basophil activation test with different dilutions of gelatin containing MMR live vaccine, an attenuated varicella vaccine, an attenuated V-zoster vaccine, and a non-gelatin MMR vaccine, with 2 patients positive for AGS, 2 patients highly suspicious for AGS, and 2 healthy individuals with no known allergies in the 2021 study published in the International Archives of Allergy and Immunology. The individuals had strongly positive results for gelatin-containing vaccines, but were negative for the non-gelatin MMR vaccine. According to the results, there was no basophil activation in the 2 healthy controls, and because of their high potential to activate basophils, researchers conclude that gelatin-containing vaccinations should be provided with caution or avoided entirely for patients with AGS. A 5-year-old developed anaphylaxis after vaccination. 5-year-old male with history of AGS had anaphylaxis soon after his standard 5-year vaccination with MMR, varicella, and DTaP vaccines, according to a 2018 report published in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology. And he was diagnosed with AGS 8 months before developing anaphylaxis as a result of a tick bite. He was avoiding mammalian meat at the time of his vaccination and had no history of bad reaction to previous childhood vaccines. Scientists examined the contents of the vaccines he had received and discovered that the MMR and varicella vaccines include a high amount of gelatin per dose when compared to other vaccines, and he had received many injections containing gelatin and bovine calf serum in a single visit. Further tests revealed that the child's anaphylactic reaction to his immunization was caused by AGS. Following a review of data from the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System for several adverse events reported on the day of administration of MMR or varicella vaccines using keywords for meat associated with AGS or alpha-gal, researchers identified 10 adverse events consisting with an allergy to either MMR or varicella vaccines in patients with pre-existing beef, pork, alpha-gel, or gelatin allergy. And this is by Great Game India. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. My Patreon account, the daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.